Dana, you're on mute.
Okay, that double mute gets me every time. So hopefully you can hear me now. Thank you so much for joining me this evening for this much anticipated Women in Tech presentation. I am Dana Cobbs, and I'm absolutely thrilled to be your host this evening. Over the next few moments, we will be embarking on an exciting journey into the realm of technology, innovation, and the remarkable contributions of women within this dynamic field. Before we get into the heart of our presentation, though, I want to take a moment to extend a heartfelt thank you to our generous sponsors. A big shout out to EdLyft and the Computer Science Department here at WGU. Your support and dedication have been pivotal in making this event a reality. These extraordinary organizations are aligned with our mission of empowering education for all. Their visionary commitment has paved the way for us to celebrate the accomplishments of women in technology while inspiring the leaders of today and tomorrow. WGU's Computer Science Department is represented by Nick Mahoney here today, and we also have EdLyft represented by Fatima Omarzi. Please forgive me if I pronounced that wrong, Fatima. As we move forward, let's welcome and introduce my esteemed colleagues here at WGU. I'll begin with myself. Again, I'm Dana Cobbs, proudly serving as the Instruction Faculty Manager within the College of IT Computer Science Department. I've been at WGU for 7 years, serving in my current role as manager for 3 of those 7 years. I'm one of the sponsors for our Women in Tech Student Club. Shout out to all of our Women in Tech Student Club members here today. And I serve as an assistant coordinator for B4 Women in Tech in the College of IT. Now I'm going to let all the other panelists and colleagues introduce themselves and their role at WGU as they support women in tech. So we'll start with Katrina.
Jenkins. I am a student at WGU majoring in cybersecurity and information assurance. It is a wonderful school, and I have classes to go till I get to graduation. It is an honor to be here. I'm so happy to see all of your faces this evening.
Thank you, Bertrina. You might want to check your audio before we come back to you again. We'll move forward to Wanda.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Wanda Berwick. I've been at WGU for 5 years now. I started my role here as a course instructor, teaching programming courses. Those has been my love. I spent my life before being in academia as a programmer, so I was excited to have the opportunity to teach. In my current role, I work as an operations manager on the computer science degree program, and I'm just really excited to be here and to meet all of you all. Thank you.
Kristen.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kristen McKnight. I work in our Office of Career and Professional Development here at WGU. I'm an employer relations partner. I've been here at WGU for 3 years now.
Thanks, Kristen. I think my partner in all things women in technology is here. Peggy, do you want to jump on and give a quick intro?
Sure, Dana, I'm happy to jump on. So my name is Peggy White. I'm the academic or the associate academic dean for information technology management. And I'm delighted to be here tonight, and I'm thrilled to be Dana's partner with the WinTech Club and our B4 Women in Tech initiative.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's through the collective commitment of my dedicated colleagues and our sponsors that we've brought this event tonight to life. Our shared passion for empowering education knows no bounds. So let's go forward to the next slide and learn more about the opportunities at WGU to support women in tech. So B4 Women in Tech, as you saw on the first slide, B4 stands for Building Bridges and Breaking Barriers. Commonly referred to as B4WT or B4 Women in Tech, this program provides opportunities for an affordable IT degree. The statistics are astounding and not necessarily in a good way. Women are underrepresented in the tech field, making up about 27% of the workforce. Women of color are especially underrepresented, with Black women at 3% and Latina women at 2%. Nationally, women receive 21% of IT degrees. And at WGU, 19% of our undergraduate College of IT students are women. WGU wants to improve upon these numbers, which is why we have partnered with Reboot Representation Tech Coalition to create this program. As we go to the next slide, you will see that we have highlighted, thank you, Nick, some of the opportunities available through B4 Women in Tech. Of course, there is scholarship support, but there's so much more. We have some of our faculty and staff, as well as alumni who support our alumni ambassadors, and those ambassadors help support our students who are in the B4 Women in Tech Club. We have participation in the Leadership Development Series, which we have a new one starting soon. So keep your eyes out for information about that. We also have networking opportunities that are provided through Reboot to our B4 Women in Tech students. So all of our B4 Women in Tech students are invited to join the Women in Tech Student Club, and I'll invite our president, Bertrina, back to tell you more.
Student Club was founded in 2019. There are 700 members, including alumni.
Bertrina, I don't want to interrupt you, but your audio is still very low. I think that's better.
I'm not sure what's going on.
No, that was better.
Okay.
You sound better now.
I just needed to be closer to my computer. Okay, sorry about that, everyone. Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. And I should probably project a little bit. Let me get some water and I'll get on it. Our WinTech Student Club was founded in 2019. There are 3,700 members, including alumni. We're open to all students across the university that are interested in women's issues in technology. We're focused on enriching students' academic experience through leadership opportunities, career exploration, and other tech experiences. My experience at WinTech has been amazing. I have met some of the most amazing women. They have shown me that community is everything. I think a lot of times we step into these spaces thinking that we have to do it all alone, or that we have to find our way, or that, you know, even if we're not really sure of what we're looking for, we have to figure it out by ourselves. And one of the things that WinTech has shown me is that there is power in unity and in sharing and in listening to each other and honing our skills and sharing our gifts. I am a little nervous because I'm speaking about something that's near and dear to my heart. Some of your faces I've seen before. Some of you are new to me. Hello. It's a pleasure to be here with all of you. I am ready for the next slide. Thank you. WinTech offers a lot of support activities. We have our accountability group. It's student run. We set SMART goals and hold one another accountable. We meet on Thursday evenings in Microsoft Teams. The accountability group is run by Obi. She is amazing. I've had the opportunity to stop in a few times and just vibe with everyone that's trying to do much better. It's a beautiful thing, and I have never experienced this. And I've been to regular brick and mortar schools, but I've never experienced the closeness that I've experienced at WGU. Next, please. WinTech community support on teams. We have study hall, we have job posts, there are hackathons. We do interviewing sessions and skills, compensation discussion, because that is important. We have a social space where we can actually get together and talk about different things that concern us as we navigate our way through life and education. And there's alumni support as well. One of the things that I would like to say is that the community support that I've experienced with WinTech has been phenomenal. Dana and Peggy have shown me so much, and the women that I sit on the board with this year are some of the most dynamic people that I've ever met. And we each have different skill sets, and we come together to enrich each other. And that's such an important thing. And it gives me a lot of hope that there are spaces for people that want to think differently and work together. So next, please. WinTech community has not just support of groups, but we also offer honor cords for our graduates. And there's swag in the campus store. We have a lot of different designs, from t-shirts to hoodies to cups and awesome hats. And there's a lot of really cool stuff. So definitely check that out. Next, please. The important links are going to be in the chat for the WinTech website, the MS Teams page, and B4WT. I'd like to speak a little bit about my experience with Reboot representation. I was invited to represent my school and share a bit about my story. I am not the typical student. I am a bit older. I am also disabled. I am an amputee. I have been since 6 years old. And I've had to adapt in a lot of different ways. And so it was an honor to be chosen to actually be able to go and share my story. And at first I was a bit nervous. I wasn't sure what to expect. My first thought was, okay, what do I do? I'm going here. I'm going to be with people that I've never met before, which is no problem. But how am I going to be able to tell my story? Because everyone has a story, but how do I tell mine? How do I share the passion and the love that I hold, not just for tech, but just for humanity? And as I walked in, all of that anxiety, the worry just melted. These were some of the coolest people that I've ever met. And granted, there are a lot of cool people on this planet, but the atmosphere was amazing. I was able to walk in, and these were women that I felt like I'd known forever, and I had literally just met them. They were warm, they were caring, they were passionate about what they were doing. And it helped me to see that just because I came from a place where we were not encouraged to do better or to be better. If you were smart, you were supposed to be like over on the side and quiet and pretend that you didn't know anything. I came from the country, and if you're smart, you stand out more. And so it felt like a lifetime to be around my folks. And I can honestly say that that is what WinTech has become for me, a home away from home. So thank you. Next, please.
So Wanda, you are up next to share with us about EdLyft.
Absolutely. Bertrina, thank you so much for sharing your story, your journey. It was really amazing to hear. If you could see me, I swear I have a tear. It's right here. It's beautiful. I love it. I could just hear that over and over again. It's amazing. Thank you for that. So EdLyft has two just amazing founders, Erica and Arnell. EdLyft is a partner with WGU, providing support for our computer science and software and engineering students. What I really like about what has happened here is that these two ladies put into practice what many of us, I'm sure, have felt or maybe currently going through at this moment. They are the founders of the EdLyft. I don't know if I should call it a corporation or but it's an opportunity that allows students to get additional support. They met in high school, and at the time, they did not know anyone who was an engineer or a computer science student. However, in college, they decided to code with a computer science course. So as I'm reading their stories, what I'm gathering is that in high school, we have an opportunity to take a computer science or engineering course, and they kind of shied away from it. But then they went to college, and though they went on separate ways, one of them went to Yale, and the other one went to, and I apologize, guys, Yale, and what was that other school? Somebody, you guys gonna be upset. I'm gonna remember in a minute. But they went to two different fantastic schools and both decided to embark on computer science. So that was freaking amazing. And then they regrouped. So to avoid being kicked out of their computer science major, the two built up support system that helped them land critical internships. One of them intern at Google, Ornell did, and then Erica at Facebook. And these were two ladies that shied away from computer science in high school. So that's already a remarkable story itself. So finding the right resources, however, and if you're a computer science student now, or if you're just thinking about it, sometimes you see that trying to find a tutor, trying to find a mentor, trying to find an opportunity to intern is really hard. So finding that writing source and to learn and to lean on was difficult, but became the critical difference between trying to be a computer science for a semester, just taking it one semester, or becoming an actual engineer. After college, Arnell launched a mobile app that was featured by Apple as an app of the day, while Erica was a product manager on LinkedIn Learning Team. I'm so amazed by these girls because, and I say girls, ladies, um, understand I am old, so I can call them girls, okay? So don't be offended, okay? So by that. Recently, however, the two have come together to provide support to women in tech, to support their aspiration and break into industry by creating what's called EdLyft. In a recent article, the founder says, we should not be the exception as two people who were initially intimidated by CS, but who then went to work at some top technical companies like Google and Facebook. Again, so next slide, please. This past spring, EdLyft launched an internship program providing placement support for students in computer science, software engineering, as well as companies like LinkedIn, Google, Coinbase, Adobe, Tinder, and Dropbox. The goal of EdLyft itself is to provide opportunities to women in technology. In a recent Forbes article, I'm sorry, in a recent Forbes article, a report by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission showed that STEM sector requires a substantial professional labor force and employs about a quarter of the U.S. professional and about 5% of those total labor force. But when it comes to diversity in the workforce, numbers are disappointing. And I can remember, and this was, of course, years ago when I was into computer science when I first started, the numbers were still bad, and partly because you don't have the support. But EdLyft is here as a partner with us to now help you get through some of that. Can I get that next slide, please? And it is going to be available for, it's looking really for minority, but everyone can take part in it. And so you can see from the current slide that some of the things that they're going to offer to you are weekly group session that deepen your understanding and key concepts. So some of the things that you may struggle with, some of those technologies or those terminologies that you may find when you first embarking upon a computer science or engineering degree, this is some of the things that they will help you with. Because one of the things that I learned as I was learning to be an engineer or computer science is that the thinking is different, and that's some of the things that they will help you do with. You'll get a peer mentor to answer challenging questions and provide valuable career guidance, as well as networking opportunities. And once you finish your degree, networking is key. So you want to make sure that you're taking advantage of that. Could we move on, please? Thank you. So what's in it for you? Extra academic support. You cannot get enough support when you're just starting out. Peer mentorship is going to be important to you. Nothing is like having someone that you can call on, you can ask general questions to, you can ask complicated questions to, you can seek guidance from. Building meaningful relationships and network within the tech industry is who you know will always get you in there. Who you know will always get you great internship opportunities. So it's good to build up your network and to step out and to have your voice heard. So this is some of the things that they will provide for you as part of their partnership with us. Next slide, please. Great. Looks like I went through that. I'm sorry if I ran up too quickly. I hope you heard, but I'm going to now turn this over to Kristen, and she's going to give you some additional information.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Wanda. Yes, so I'm here to talk today about our career and professional development office and our career services here at WGU. Uh, Always love to throw in a little plug because a lot of people don't know, because it's not on commercials like might be at other schools, that WGU students and grads get free career services for life. So we have career advisors who you can work with. You can attend our workshops. You can use our job board handshake. All of our services are free to you even after you have graduated. So a lot of great resources and tools to help you in your tool belt. Like Wanda mentioned, building that network with EdLyft is something that's really going to be helpful. Getting connected with your peers through Women in Tech is so great, and having those like salary conversations and seeing job postings that people are finding. They're all different tools in your tool belt. And so we just want to be another resource for you. We have different teams in our office. So we've got our advising team, and that's who does our career coaching services. Like I said, free access to our career advisors for life. And you can set up those sessions for a personalized career coaching call. They're here to help you everything from figuring out exactly where you want to go with your degree to salary negotiation, interview prep, LinkedIn tips, networking. We've got a great course and resources to help you build your resume. Our advisors provide resume reviews, cover letter reviews, LinkedIn profile reviews. Those weekly workshops that we have are also run by our advisors. They're experts in these topics, and so they're there to help you and to demonstrate that information to you so that you can learn about new and interesting things in career development and in your professional development. That's all from that career coaching side. And then we've also got our employer relations team. So I mentioned my role here is as an employer relations partner. What that means is that I'm working with employers to help them connect with our students and grads. There are so many employers who want to hire from WGU. So they are posting those jobs in Handshake. They're reaching out to us directly. And we're hosting sessions kind of like this one with a lot of them. Coming up next month, we've got a full month of what we're calling our Career Quest, different programs with employers, our advisors, clubs, organizations, academic programs to help students and grads continue to progress in their career journey, and employer connections are a big piece of that. Handshake is our job board. It's how you all signed up to be here tonight. So, you're at least generally familiar with it, but we do also have resources to help you make sure that you're using Handshake in the best way that you can, maximizing your use of the platform. Like I mentioned, the employers in there want to hire WGU grads, so it's really definitely a place you want to be looking. And then, of course, we've got a ton of self-service resources, and you can get in touch with our team in a variety of different ways. Like I mentioned, those advising appointments. We have email reviews that you can do. You can also call in and get a call back from one of our advisors. So in the email that I send out tomorrow with the recording, I'll be sure to include a link to all of the different ways that you can get in touch with our team. But next slide. Awesome. And so here's how you can reach out to people with questions. And I saw that Fatima's here. Fatima, if you wanted to come off mute and just chat a little bit more about EdLyft and the opportunity, give people some additional information, feel free.
Absolutely. Thank you all so much. This has been wonderful. And everyone listening, super excited about this fall 2023 academic support program that we've launched for minority women, but also opening it up to women from different backgrounds. Essentially, the goal here is to provide extra academic support on top of your course curriculums just to give you that extra boost you need. So things like working through data structures, weekly discussion groups, peer mentorship. So you'll get assigned a mentor who can answer any questions, whether that's course related, career related, and just loads of networking opportunities. We have great partners from Google to Tinder to Dropbox and Smartsheet. And so we always have monthly events with them as well. And so you'll get added to the pipeline where you can connect with those companies, attend those events, and just be on our radar for different future opportunities. So it's a great way to engage with others studying computer science. And again, the community aspect is huge here, and there's a lot of benefit to learning amongst others. And yeah, I see a question here from Jenna about the status of application. The last deadline is August 21st, so you should be hearing back by August 22nd from our program manager, from the operations lead. So by next week, definitely. And Nick, it is absolutely free. That's the best part. You get absolutely free academic support, no income share, no nothing. It's completely free. We want you to get the most out of this program as possible, as well as, like I mentioned, future programs, and just being a part of the EdLyft community. I think is a huge plus. So we're excited to see you all there.
So awesome. Thanks so much for sharing. And with that, I'll go ahead. Oh, it looks like we do have some other questions in here. Great, because I was going to open it up for questions. The question that popped up in the chat, are there any particular reasons that an application might be denied for the program?
Yes, that is a great question. There are a couple of criteria that our operations lead uses. If we find that another future program may be a better fit for you, just based on the courses you've taken or how far along you are in your computer science journey, we take all of that into consideration. The application has specific questions it asks, and so we take all of that criteria into consideration. And if there's a program like our technical interview prep or one of our spring programs that would be a better fit, then we'll put you in that pipeline, or just give you a heads up for future programs.
Awesome. So if somebody isn't maybe necessarily a computer science major, this is the question we've got in the chat now, are there similar opportunities for other majors, or will other programs open up in the future that might be a good fit for them?
That is a great question. Currently, we are only supporting computer science majors. That's not to say that in the future we may not, so keep in touch. We have a newsletter you can subscribe to, but for the time being, it is just computer science courses. And one of the criteria that is mentioned on the application is you must be taking at least one computer science course in the fall to receive that support.
But Women in Tech is open for all WGU students. Does one of the Women in Tech reps want to confirm that?
That is correct.
So even if you aren't able to participate in EdLyft, you are still able to participate in Women in Tech and the B4 Women in Tech programs as well. Will there be a Spring 24 support cohort as well?
I assume this question is for me, so I'll jump on. Currently, we don't have like a confirmed date, but highly likely that we may. Again, if it's not the reboot specific program, we'll have other programming during the spring, but nothing confirmed as of yet.
Wonderful. And we got a good tip in the chat that I'll go ahead and read out for people watching the recording. If you are interested in getting some assistance with cybersecurity courses, the WinTech Club study hall is helpful, as well as reaching out to your instructor.
And I'll also just state for the benefit of those that don't have access to the chat. I think Fatima said this, but it's worth restating that the deadline is August 21st. So please get those applications in.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. Hope you had a good time listening to us share about women in tech, Be for Women in Tech, as well as EdLyft. Have a good evening, and we look forward to chatting with you again soon. Good night.
Thank you, everyone. Good night.
Thank you all.